Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mityorma amritagamaya. O Lord, lead us from unreal to real, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from mortality to immortality. It is strongly felt that there is a lack of leadership in politics, industry, corporates, society, even in the family. The progress and growth, development, and long-term sustenance largely depends on the effective leadership and managerial skill. Now question comes, who is the leader or who can be the leader? The leader must be visionary. He or she must have clear understanding and vision. At the same time, he or she must have ability or capacity to translate that vision into reality. The leader undoubtedly make difference, bring about a change. In other words, the transformation. For example, the India in the past, our country had severe deficit of food grains. India had to import substandard wheat, which is to be consumed by horse in America, but under the great leadership, the effective leadership of Dr. Swaminathan, there was a great green revolution. And we are very happy that today India is self-sufficient in food. Not only that, it had surplus and exporting the food to the other countries. Similarly, all of you know the great revolution brought about by Dr. Kurian in nutritious food. We call it milk, the white revolution. Not only that, the Manmohan Singh, the great economist, when he was finance minister of India, he brought about a great change and transformation in economic policy, and he brought about this theory, the concept of liberalization and globalization. Not only that, the Sam Pitroda, the great scientist, also brought about a great change in telecommunication system. All of you can remember that before this telecommunication revolution, if you want to ring someone from Bombay to Delhi, it is to take at least 1 hour. You have to book the trunk call. Now after this telecommunication system revolution, now with no time, you can contact any person all over the globe. Swami Vivekananda, the great spiritual leader, he brought out the spiritual renaissance by introducing the new concept, that is spirituality, dynamic spirituality. And in other words, you can say the practical Vedanta for spiritual welfare, not only spiritual welfare, but the material welfare of the masses, particularly in India. Swami Vivekananda was a patriot saint. There is no doubt about it. Many freedom fighters were inspired by the patriot saint of India, from Mahatma Gandhi to Subhash Chandra Bose. Once some freedom fighters went to Swamiji and asked Swamiji, you are a great spiritual leader. You have tremendous spiritual power. If you want, you can make India free. For a while, Swamiji kept quiet and then said, yes, I can make India free. But the problem is, where are the men? Where are the leaders who can afford this freedom? Who can dedicate their life for regeneration of India? So Swamiji said in many places, men are wanted. What type of men Swami Vivekananda wanted? Swami Vivekananda wanted men of character, men of integrity, men of purity, who can change the whole scenario, who can revolutionize the whole world, and who can bring about a change for better and the best. So what Swami Vivekananda said more than 100 years ago, now it has come true after more than 70 years of independence of India. Undoubtedly, India had made some progress in some field, but India could not fulfill its target of success. There is no doubt about it. Even today, 60% or 40% people are under poverty line. If you go to the villages, then you will find the real picture of India. Don't judge India by the metropolis or cosmopolitan cities. Just you leave the Bombay city and go just 10 or 25 kilometers away from Bombay, you will find what is the helpless condition of the villagers. Why it is so? Why India could not develop? Why India could not prosper? What is the reason behind it? Because there is no effective leadership. There are no men, there are no leaders who can take the country forward and forward. That is why Swami Vivekananda used to put emphasis on man-making and character-making education, particularly the character. Swamiji said character has tremendous power, which can cleave the adamantine wall of all difficulties. So Swamiji wanted the man of character, man of integrity, man of purity, and Swamiji wanted the enlightened citizen who can dedicate their life for the regeneration of India. In this context, I would like to tell you one incident happened in the life of Swami Vivekananda. All of you know that Swamiji went to Chicago to attend the Parliament of Religions, and he stayed there for 6 or 7 years. One day Swamiji was walking on the street of America with this dress, this ochre dress, the ochre turban on his head, and some Americans were watching Swamiji, and they were discussing themselves what a peculiar dress that man has put on. And out of curiosity, they came to Swamiji and asked, "You are from which country?" Swamiji replied, "I am Indian and I am from India." "Oh, you are from India. It seems that India is the most uncivilized country, and the dress you have put on is most, by that, you are looking very uncivilized. You are not at all civilized. You are not at all gentleman." Then Swamiji said, "Is it so? I am looking uncivilized. I am not looking like a gentleman." Then Swamiji gave befitting reply. "Look, in your Western culture, in your Western tradition, dress and tailor make a person great and civilized. But in my country, in India, not only dress and what is called tailor doesn't make a person great and civilized, but in India, in my tradition, in my culture, that character makes a man great and civilized, Swami Vivekananda said. Dear friends, we talk about the human excellence. This human excellence is not only in dress and appearance and intellectual knowledge, but human excellence is in character. There is no doubt about it. Swamiji was the epitome of servant leadership. If you see how Swamiji founded this Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna mission, now it has become a global spiritual organization. When I was traveling United States of America, I used to address many American devotees. Some American devotees, they ask me, Swami, you are not technically qualified, you are not technocrat or bureaucrat, you are not what is called MBA or CA. So how do you run this huge global Ramakrishna mission? What is the secret behind it? I said, look, we are not technically qualified to run this huge Ramakrishna mission organization, but secret of success of running this great huge Ramakrishna mission is nothing but dedication and devotion. Swamiji many places said about the leadership. Swamiji writing to his Guru Bhai, Swami Akhandananda ji, can a leader be made, my brother? Leader is born. Do you understand? And it is very difficult task to take on the role of leader. One must be the Asasya Dasa, servant of servants, and must accommodate 1,000 minds. There must not be shade of jealousy and selfishness. Then you are a leader. Swamiji said many places that who can be a true leader? And the trait of true leader must have, that is what is called absence of jealousy and absence of suspicion. If a leader is jealous, then that leader cannot be a true leader. That is why Swamiji has put emphasis on these 2 points, and it is very important. And another point is Swamiji has put emphasis on unselfishness. Unselfishness is nothing but a different dimension of character. A person who is utterly selfish cannot be a true leader. That is why Swamiji said, that leader must be or should be what is called unselfish. And Swamiji once said, who is the true leader? He said that Sardar to Sirdar. What is the Sardar to Sirdar? Because the Sirdar to Sardar, because you have to sacrifice your head, then you can become Sardar, means leader. Sacrifice of your head means that you sacrifice your ego, sacrifice your selfishness, sacrifice your vanity, then only you can be a true leader. And you will find in the life of Swami Vivekananda how Swami Vivekananda possessed these traits of effective leadership or servant leadership. And Swami already have said that leader must be the Asasya Dasa. This must be the attitude, the Asasya Dasa, the servant of servant. Then only you can serve the people, otherwise you cannot serve the people. You see, you talk about the change of mindset, the change of attitude. In this context, I like to tell you the one incident tweeted by Ratan Tata. All of you know that Germany is an industrialized country, and we think that Germany is a very rich country. But we find that there is a wonderful mindset of German people. The two Indian guys went to Germany for some work. And they were hungry. They went to a restaurant, and they find that in the restaurant, most of the tables were empty. Some old ladies were taking food, and the waiter were serving the food to those ladies, and the ladies consumed every bit of food, and the plate was completely clean. And these two Indian guys ordered food, and they ordered huge quantity of food because they were hungry. So they consumed 1/4 ordered food, and the 3/4 they left on the plate. And when they were just leaving the restaurant, on the verge of leaving, then a lady came and said, "What is this? You have left so much of food on your plate." Then two Indian guys were very much annoyed. They said, "No, it is none of your business. We have paid money for the food, so why you are talking like this?" Then that lady took the handphone and phoned somebody, and that one gentleman came, the social security officer. Then he came to know what is the dispute. That security officer gave a slip, fine, €50 fine. Then what is this? You see, you have money. You have paid money for the food. It's all right, there is no doubt about it. But you have no reason to waste food. Money is yours, but the infrastructure, what is called the food material, what is called it belongs to the country, it belongs to the nation. It doesn't belong to you. You have paid money, there is no doubt about it. But money is yours, but the infrastructure, resources belong to a society, a country, though you have no right to waste food like this. Dear friends, this is our attitude, Indian attitude. We have to reflect on it, and not only that, we have to change our mindset. In other words, we can say we can change our bad habits. So dear friends, really if you want to have sustained business, sustained commerce, trade, then you must have effective leadership. Then only you can take the country forward and forward. Otherwise, you cannot take the country forward and forward. So there are three things very essential for individual and for any industry or any company or any corporate. And what are the three things? We must remember. The three things are the transparency and accountability and credibility. Individual or any company must have the transparency. You must be very transparent in the transaction, in communication, and everything. You must be very transparent. Not only that, you must be very accountable to your customers. If you are not accountable to your customers, then you cannot satisfy any customers. Then third comes what is called credibility. It is very, very important. You must earn credibility. For take the example, how this Tata product. When you go to a market, you go to a mall, you purchase a product of Tata. We do not question whether quality is good or not, whether the quality is substandard or not. Simply, with a good faith, we purchase the product of Tata. Because the Tata has earned goodwill, earned credibility, that is why we don't question the product of Tata. The three things are very, very essential in individual development and the development of the company or industry or a corporate. I don't want to take much of your time. I would like to quote Swami Vivekanandaji's saying. It is very, very important. Once Swamiji wrote a letter to the Maharaja of Mysore. He wrote, "My dear noble prince, life is short. Vanities of life are transitory. He alone lives who lives for others. Others are more dead than alive." Swamiji is telling, he alone lives who lives for others, and rest are more dead than alive. So, dear friends, we live for ourselves only, but we have to live for others. Then only you can take the country forward and forward.